Angelina was born with half a heart and has had her heart monitored since before she was even born. She had 5 open heart surgeries before the age of 5, and all of her condition was described by the Make-A-Wish Foundation. Fighting cancer and diseases is a difficult battle, but for a child, it can be even harder. And we all know how stressful treatments can be. We probably have had a family member or a friend who has battled cancer or a difficult disease. And I've done extensive research on Make-A-Wish Foundation and the hard work they do to provide children with their special wish. I chose this organization because my sister has had a friend who has had cancer and gone through very difficult treatments, and I believe that Make-A-Wish Foundation truly helps children and changes their lives for the better. Children in the United States are suffering from cancer and other diseases, and they need a foundation that will support them and help them. I will talk about the problems of cancer patients and critical illnesses, the organization that will help them, and the success stories from this organization, Make-A-Wish. Firstly, I will talk about the difficulties cancer and other critical illness patients face. It can be difficult for cancer and disease patients to deal with the difficulties of their treatment. In fact, cancer is the second leading cause of death for children ages 1 to 14, and this is according to the American Cancer Society. This causes patients to become worried about their success in their treatments, and many patients become anxious and depressed because of this. In fact, 25% of patients become depressed during their treatments, and this is according to the American Cancer Society. Treatments are very difficult for patients. They can be painful, and they take a lot of energy out of the patients. An example of this came on the BBC Radio Live on April 22nd, 2023. They interviewed Debbie. Debbie loved to be active, but she had an illness, cancer, and she had many treatments she had to do. She would have to take days of rest, and she wanted to participate in 5Ks and be active in her community. However, doctors would ask her to take weeks off to rest for her treatments when all she wanted to do was just run a 5K. And this was an adult. Now imagine a child wanting to run outside and play with their friends, but they have to stay inside and rest because of their treatments. But Make-A-Wish can help these kids feel better. Make-A-Wish Foundation helps grant kids the wish and their hope, in the hope they're looking for. Granting these kids their wish can help give them the help they need and give them the hope for their treatments. In fact, 87% of alumni had said it was a turning point in their treatment, and this was according to Make-A-Wish. And 90% of parents who have had received wishes from Make-A-Wish said it relieved family the stress and the kids' stress from their treatments. Make-A-Wish helps kids all over the country, and in fact, just last week, 302 patients from Make-A-Wish received their wish. That's 302 children getting the wish of their dreams. The foundation accepts donations and takes volunteers. As a volunteer, you could be a wish granter, which in my opinion seems like the best thing ever, because you get to sit there and listen to the kid describe their perfect wish to you. If you don't want to do that, you could participate in a fundraiser. There's a fundraiser called Walk for Wishes. You get to walk in a 5K, and it helps raise money for the children. You can also donate money by going to their website, wish.org. Even if you can't donate time or money, you should still spread the awareness of Make-A-Wish Foundation because someone out there will help them. Make-A-Wish is very good at using their donations efficiently. For every dollar that is donated, 79 cents goes to the kids directly. The other 21 cents keeps the organization up and running, and this is according to Charity Navigator. And keeping the organization up and running is essential for these kids because it helps them tremendously. Many children have been helped through Make-A-Wish. In fact, Nicole was one of them. Nicole had a brain tumor and was stuck in the hospital bed for months in isolation. This was because they did not want her to contract another illness that could be detrimental to her, as we know. While in bed, she would watch the TV, and she really enjoyed watching figure skating, as she wanted to be a figure skater herself and see herself out on that ice. Make-A-Wish made this dream come true for her. For 2 months, she was able to be on the ice right after her chemo treatments, and she would practice her skating routine. After 2 months, she performed in front of a live audience, and it brought everyone to tears. Make-A-Wish allowed her dreams to come true. Another person had been helped by Make-A-Wish, Kuishi. She had cancer at the age of 6, and instead of being a kid and running around and playing outside, she had to endure long cancer treatments. To help her feel better, Make-A-Wish granted her wish of becoming a princess. She got to be dressed up and was paraded through her community in a horse-drawn carriage, and the community applauded as she drove through. This gave her the strength she needed to complete her treatments, and they made her wish come true. Success stories from Make-A-Wish Foundation happen all over the country, and you should donate to Make-A-Wish to help more kids' dreams come true. Make-A-Wish Foundation even has a chapter in Illinois, so you're able to donate to kids locally to you. That will truly help benefit your community. You'll be making a huge difference in these little kids' lives, and even a small donation will help them. These wishes can come true for these kids, and it gives them the hope they need, because treatments are very difficult, especially for children. But with an organization like Make-A-Wish, it can make going through difficult treatments just a little bit easier. The distraction of their dream coming true can give them the courage and strength they need to keep fighting. Like the little girl, Angelina, who had half a heart, Make-A-Wish was able to get her wish of having a royal ball for her birthday. Make-A-Wish created the ball just as she had designed in her personal journal. She had her makeup done by professionals and was brought to the ball in a horse-drawn carriage. It was truly a night to remember. She will now be able to think back on fond memories while enduring her treatments. By donating your time, money, or even just spreading the word, you too can help a little girl become a princess.